I am a retired teacher from New York City. I grew up, oh God, I was born in the Bronx, but I grew up in Brooklyn. And I was a rare person. I came out to Long Island after my daughter was grown. I came out when I was over 50 years old. Brooklyn was diverse, was more diverse in some ways and less diverse in others. The races and religions were all mixed. I mean, I grew up with, I kind of grew up in like in a little Jewish enclave, but I was aware, of other groups. They lived the next block or even on my block, but I hung out with kids that were like me, but there were plenty of other kids in the schools and in the neighborhood. Long Island is diverse in the sense that there's many different groups of people, but I think they're more pocketed in certain neighborhoods. Like you'll have a neighborhood that it's changing. I think it's changing. But at least when I moved out to Massapequa Park, it was 98, 99% white, and that's starting to change a little bit. So there are different races, but they're not as mixed as they were in Brooklyn, I found. I like to deal with people from different backgrounds. I like to have conversations with people from different backgrounds. I'm very comfortable with it. It's what I grew up with. I don't feel threatened by it. But some of my friends don't agree. They're worried about their houses. They're worried about their property values. They're afraid that if, and I'm just being honest, they're afraid that if different groups of people come in, that their houses won't be worth as much as they were before. A black family moved onto my block in the last few years, and I don't think anybody makes fun of them, but I think they're kind of shunned. No, people don't talk to them. I see the kid waiting at the bus stop, and I see like this group of white kids, and then I see the little girl, and I don't see. I mean, it's not the greatest block in the world. No, I don't give my address. It's not the greatest block in the world in terms of people actually hanging out, but I just don't see them with anybody on the block. I don't know if it's actively shunned, if they feel uncomfortable, so they're staying away from the other people on the block, but I definitely see that there's no mixing there. So maybe, what adults will do subtly, kids will do more vocally. So kids might not feel uncomfortable to make fun of somebody, where adults will simply just not deal with them. Well, I taught 4th grade. I taught lots of different, all elementary school. It was just a matter of course to me. It never occurred to me not to teach a diverse group. When I taught in Brooklyn, it was basically all black kids. But when I came to Queens is a very diverse area. When I came to Queens, I had, you name it, I had a little United Nations in my classroom. And it was great because the parents would come and they'd share their cultural backgrounds, and we'd have like little food celebrations, and the kids would write about it. I loved learning about it. I'm thinking that as people of my generation leave Long Island, one way or the other, I think the younger people are the clue. That's what's, because you grew up, you guys, you're younger, you grew up in a different world. You grew up with people with less polarized thinking. I'm hoping we have less polarized thinking. I don't know. Today's climate is certainly polarized, but I'm hoping that that's just temporary, and that you guys are the wave of the future. I remember an article I saw in a newspaper back in the late 50s, early 60s. I was just a little kid myself, and it showed 2 children, one black, one white, little children, and they were playing, they were holding hands and playing, and this was during the time of the whole integration in the schools in the South, where older kids weren't even allowed into the schools, and these kids were just playing happily, and the article was saying little kids don't see color. So that would be nice if big kids didn't see it either.